Hey, it's Matt Easton, founder of Easton University and coach to superstars just like you. If you get any use out of this video, I want you to consider subscribing to this channel. And please, if you want to do me a little favor, give the video a like so I know it was helpful for you. Let's go.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've been in my industry for 20 years, and I've worked at competitors before.
Okay.
I am competing with, at my current client, at my current company, a competitor that I used to compete against all the time. I've explained the differences. I actually have somebody that I work with that used to work there. And I was thinking of putting them on the phone for like 5 minutes to kind of explain our differences. I don't know if that's a good idea. No matter what I tell them, they think this other company is great and they're actually not the best one in the industry. I just, as much as I'm showing him, and not talking as a salesperson, but more of an educational person, because I have an HR background.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like I'm getting through to them. I have one more chance next month to talk about it. I don't know if I should write them an email with the differences. It just doesn't seem like I'm sticking it. You know, I'm able to stick it to them, even though I've been doing this for 20 years and I'm explaining everything.
Yeah. Here's why that ends up happening. You have all of the best intentions in the world. You're trying to help them make the right decision. You know more about that competitor's company than they're ever going to know as a customer because you worked there for multiple years and you've seen how the sausage is made. That being said, the more you tell them, I've seen how the sausage is made and you don't want this, the more they say, salesperson, I would expect them to say that, right? The more it turns them off on your ideas. So a way to do... Say again?
That's exactly what they said. You're a salesperson. And even though I had
Isn't that weird?
On the phone, it doesn't mean I don't know what to do.
Isn't that weird? I knew exactly what they would say. All right, I got you. I got you covered. Okay, here's where we have to slow down and be patient and realize when you say something, it means something. When your prospect says everything, it means everything. So there's two ways that you're going to handle this competitor that's unable to get the job done. The first way is you're going to deeply understand this prospect and you're going to keep your conversation focused on your understanding of them. It is going to be crystal clear to them that that other company doesn't understand them, their drivers, the why behind what they're doing, the way that you do, which is going to make them want to work with you more because you understand the why behind the why behind the why. It's not just about whatever it is that you're selling, HR services, logistics, software, solar, whatever it is. It's that you understand they've had 3 years of problems. They can't afford to have another misstep, especially with Tony Adams, the new CIO in. You got to keep the conversation focused on your understanding of their needs. Now, in terms of bringing up the competition, I don't want you to say anything bad about the competition, but here's how you could do this. You could take the training from last week's live where we talked about consequence questions and you can slow down a little bit. If you're there face to face, it's great. Look at your sword and shield. If you're over the phone, still slow down. They'll be able to catch it and be like, guys, I want to go back to something you guys had said in a previous meeting about Acme. And I know, you know, Acme's not here and I want you guys to make the best decision that you can make for your company. I think we found it here based on my understanding of your situation. And but again, only you guys can make that decision. Now, I did spend a decade working at Acme before I came over here. And I'm just curious, what if they're unable to deliver on what they're telling you, and you guys are now 6 months into this, 9 months into this, a year into this, only to find that once again we've got a vendor that doesn't really understand our situation, is making promises. Now notice what I'm not doing. I'm not saying Acme doesn't understand your situation. I'm not saying Acme can't do this. I'm saying what if, okay? And then let them sit with that. Okay, what Acme's going to do is go, don't buy from them, we're better and we can give you a lower price. But what if you're the one person that actually takes the time to go, you know, I just want to, what if they're unable to deliver on that? And you're going to find out they're much more likely to open up. Well, what do you mean by that? Because it's interesting, because Samantha she had heard some stuff. Listen, I don't want to say anything bad about them. Again, I worked there for a decade. It wouldn't be ethical for me, but I do want to make sure that you guys have a plan if they're not able to deliver on what they're promising, right? Oh, well, Acme, and then if they go, Acme's going to give us a lower price. That makes a lot of sense to me. What do you mean? I used to work there, right? Here's the thing. I want you guys to have the right solution for you, okay? I feel like I really understand what's going on here, and I've scoped this out in order for you guys to get the results that you want. Now, if you'd like me to rescope the program to be competitive with their price, I can do that to some degree, but there's going to be a point where I'm just going to back out, because I'm not in the business. Again, I've worked for other companies for over a decade. I'm not in the business of signing up new accounts only to lose them and have to worry about my reputation. So if there's anything that I didn't understand or that you think we can get done without this, but based on my knowledge, this is what it's going to cost to solve the problem. Those are the kind of things that when people hear that, they're like, I want to work with her, right? Because I want to get the problem solved. I don't just want the lowest price. But the more we talk about the competition, the more they go, of course you would say that. You want us to buy from you, right? You need to just slow down and go, listen, hey, almost like David Linford was saying at the beginning of this coaching session, right? Like project like you are so busy you don't need the business. What's most important to me is that you guys make the right decision. I think we found it here, but only you can make that decision. My question to you, as somebody that's worked at other companies, as somebody that has tremendous expertise in this industry, right? I don't want to go into it, but I actually have a decade's worth of experience at the other companies that you're looking at. My question to you is this: have you thought about what if they are not able to deliver? Sales reps, managers, business owners, entrepreneurs, what I'm about to tell you, this is gonna hurt, but trust me, it will be well worth it. I want you to think back to that excitement you had when you first got started. Maybe it was your first day. You thought about all of the lives that you were going to change with your amazing product, your business, your service, your solutions. And hey, let's be honest here, you were going to make a lot of money in the process of helping people, helping businesses change their lives. But it didn't work out exactly that way, did it? If you're anything like me, if you're anything like most people in sales, you found it was just a little bit more difficult to close those deals than you thought, or maybe you're struggling right now. Now, I warned you, this is the part that's going to hurt, but in order for this to work, you and I need to be honest with each other. I want you to think about all the reasons that you're not hitting your targets, all the reasons you're not making the sales that you had anticipated making. Is it the economy, your competition, your territory, your pricing? Maybe it's your manager, your product, your service, your solution. Here's the part that's going to hurt. There's a 94% chance it is none of those, and it's time you face reality. The reason why you have to work so hard just to close a single deal has nothing to do with the economy, nothing to do with your competition, your territory, your manager, your product, your price, your service. The reason why it's so hard for you is you simply haven't learned a better sales process. But wait, you've had sales training from your company. Yeah, I did too. You've read some sales books. I read just about every single one of them. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, well, I was always born a salesperson. Nobody is born knowing how to sell more than they're born knowing how to speak Cantonese or fly an F-22 fighter jet. And by the way, the right sales process is a lot easier to learn than a language or flying an airplane, but you still have to learn it. My name is Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Easton University, and if you'll let me coach you, I can show you how to sell more than you've ever imagined without being pushy, without being manipulative, without following some super complex system where you spend more time trying to figure out what stage your deal is in than actually closing deals. If you will let me coach you, you will never, ever, ever, ever find yourself blaming the economy, your products, your price, your manager, your territory, your competition again, because you're going to be in total control of the sales process and the outcomes. I've devoted my life to unlocking the perfect sales process, and I want to coach you the same way I've helped thousands of other people in the exact same position that you are right now sell a reported 3.47 billion, yeah, that's billion with a B, over the last 12 months. I've been where you're at right now. I know how to help you. I can show you in just a matter of minutes what will take you years of trial and error to learn on your own. Now, if you've made it this far, but you're saying to yourself, it can't be that simple, just trying a new sales process alone will not get me to where I want to go. I know exactly what you're feeling. I said those exact same things, and I was wrong. Having the right sales process changed absolutely everything for me. So I want you to do me and yourself this favor and spend just a minute or two over at eastonuniversity.com checking out what we've built. Now, if you spend a couple minutes and you decide that our coaching can't help you, it can't help you change everything about your career, everything about your life, no harm, no foul. You can continue to do things the way you're doing them right now. But just imagine, what if you head over to eastonuniversity.com right now and it connects with you? What if it is that simple? Suddenly everything starts to make sense and everything changes for you. Your career, your income, your goals, your company. You start heading in the direction you always thought you could. Isn't it worth taking a couple minutes and seeing if that might be the case? Easton University is more than a platform. It's more than live coaching with me. It's your future, and you and your future are worth it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you and I have met each other, and I look forward to seeing you over at eastonuniversity.com right now.